Fear is such a brutal slave master that if you let it get a hold of you just once, if you let it win you one time, it's going to put you in a vicious cycle such that you would almost start wishing that you were not alive because it's unending. And the reverse of that is, if you win it once, if you see through the game once, if you see through that illusion, to other people, it will be as though you're walking on air. It will be as though you're living a different life. I'll give you an example. When I was in SS3, there was a young girl that I used to go to school with, right? We lived in the same compound. I was like a big brother to her. I was in SS3. This girl was in JS2, Winifred. I hope she comments in this video. So Winifred came to my door one morning, to tell me that it's time to go. But she knocked on, hey, Victor, I'm scared. I'm like, what's going on, Winifred? What's happening? And she was like, Victor, my mom had a dream. I had a dream about what? And she was like, my mom had a dream about you. My mom's dreams usually come to pass. What happened in the dream? So you were crossing the road and you died. I'm like, okay, it's okay. Let's go to school first. I would explain something to you later. Alright, is that cool? No problem. Don't worry, Shebi, I'm the one that was in the dream. Don't just be calm. We went to school. On getting to school, after assembly, right, someone that I had not spoken to in like 2 years. Last time I talked to this girl was like when we were in SS1 or so. She came to meet me after assembly and told me, Victor, I had a dream about you. I said, what happened in the dream? Victor, you were crossing the road, something happened, you died. I think by the time I was going into class, someone else came to stop me that I should be careful. So 3 confirmations of one thing. While we were going home after school, I told Winifred that if she listens to what I'm about to say, right, this would differentiate her from her peers. I said, first thing you need to know is that I'm not going to pray about those dreams. And I told her that other 2 people had similar dreams. I said, I'm not going to pray about it. And then the second thing is that nothing is going to happen to me. Right? Nothing is going to happen to me. I was not being proud. Neither was I just trying to sound boastful. Right? I was simply showing the young girl that, look, there is something that dispels fear and actions birth out of fear. It's something called knowledge. When you know what to do and you have clarity concerning a situation, you are not put in panic mode. And as a result, you're calm and collected. And those results or outcomes that fear should drive you to, they will be halted. That is simply how it works. I showed her clearly that, look, this is what I believe about God. This is what God says about me. Nobody's dream is going to put me in one panic mode where I'll start being afraid of something. It's not going to happen. Fear produces something called crippling anxiety. You will now start unknowingly taking actions that will lead you to that fearful outcome, that thing that you're afraid of. That's what you just start doing. Here's where I'm going, right? I'm going to give a very practical example from my life as well. Earlier this year, I felt like we were closing clients, we were making sales, but we are at a level. And I wanted us to break to the next level, right? So I started paying attention. I started doing some research. I said, what do I need to get to the next level as a business owner? And I said, okay, cool. So there are 4 core parts that make a business tick. Sales, the most important. Secondly, marketing. Third, operations. Fourth, finance. I was decent, pretty decent in sales. Like, I know how to pitch, I know how to sell my stuff. Marketing, I'm extremely good, right? I know how to market my business. Operations, I'm terrible. Finance, I'm finding my way. Okay, so what needs to be done is that I need to get someone that is way smarter than me in operations, to manage this thing. And then we got a project management consultant that has literally elevated my game times 100. I don't know how to put it, right? Because once she came in, I started putting things in order. I had clarity on what to do to double my productivity. And I did, right? But then someone else will be feeling stuck on a level. And instead of looking at what to do next, looking at practical steps to take, right? Because of fear of something they've experienced in their past, they will now start tying it to some mystical stuff. Bros, don't let fear win you. See through that game. Have knowledge. Knowledge is what separates you from the pack. And you know what I'm saying?